Hello everyone, Assalamualaikum. Good evening everybody, 2 o'clock. Can you hear me? Waalaikumsalam. Okay. Hello everybody. How are you guys doing? Semua orang okay ke? Okay, so there are 31 of you watching right now. How Alicia tanya saya, how are you means I'm good. I'm good, Alhamdulillah. I'm good. I have done some notes on chapter 6. So I think I'm quite ready to do videos for chapter 6. And for your information, untuk minggu ni, Miss akan ajar 6.1, 6.2 dan 6.3. So get ready yourself. This week will be about chapter 6 only, and we will going to finish the chapter 6 by only 1 week. Ya, sebab tidak banyak. So chapter 6 boleh dihabiskan dalam masa seminggu. Are you excited for chapter 6? Do you know what is chapter 6 all about? Intan tanya, how was my weekend? My weekend is doing some notes, Intan. My weekend is doing notes, chapter 6 for 2 days. Yeah. Ada weekend. Okay lah, enjoy juga. Sambil rehat tu, sambil menulis. Are you ready for chapter 6, guys? Or are you afraid? Are you ready to come to the college? Are you ready to come to the KML? Are you all excited? What is chapter 6, Miss? You tanya kamu tanya saya pula. Chapter 6 is about polynomials. Okay, chapter 6 is about polynomials. Okay, bila masuk college, Miss, kamu biar betul yang Richard. Masuk college tu adalah apa nama? Masuk college tu I think it's before 18 kan? Sebelum 18 hari bulan Oktober. Kamu kena get ready untuk masuk college, guys. Especially yang dah vaksin lah. Yeah. Okay. It's okay to ask here and Richard. Don't worry. Tak salah pun tanya. Alright. Shall we start now? Okay lah, kita mula sekarang ya. Without wasting time, let's begin. So now here are some of the questions that kamu rasa terganggu tak dengan suara kipas? Bunyi kipas. Okay ke? Ke saya kena tutup kipas ni? Ke dengar suara saya tu jelas? So it's okay. Can anyone respond? Okay. Alright then. Okay, let's start then. So there are 5 questions that I would like to discuss. 5 questions. So 16 is one of them and 16 is the only questions that I have prepared. Sebab soalan nombor 16 ni tidaklah ramai di antara kamu yang vote, tapi Tapi it's okay, I'll just still want to discuss this question given that fx is equals to 2x minus x squared, where x is more than or equal to 1. Ini adalah syarat dia. Okay, kamu tak boleh abaikan syarat. Syarat in English it is called as conditions. Conditions tidak boleh abaikan. Tak boleh abaikan, kena ambil berat. Okay, kena ambil berat maksudnya let's go to the first question. Show that f is one-to-one function and hence find the f inverse. Okay, so if you encounter this kind of soalan, show that f is one-to-one function, maksudnya soalan ni, maksudnya graph ini memang one to one. Dia memang one to one already. What you have to do is just either you use graphical method ataupun algebraic method. So actually pada saya yang paling senang adalah graphical method. Sebenarnya ikut soalan. Soalan begini senang lagi kalau kita buat graphical method. Okay, this is graphical method ataupun approach lah, graphical approach. So show that, okay, so now what I'm doing right now is a graphical method. So I draw x-axis, I draw y-axis, and then if you look at here, I find my basic shape first. My basic shape is masam. Quadratic yang masam disebabkan ini adalah negative x squared. So this negative means we have a masam punya curve. Okay, senyum yang masam. Tak adalah, yang penting instead of senyum dia masam lah. Okay, because of this negative sign, negative quadratic. And then just in order for me to find this intercept, for me to find the intercept x, I know that y is equals to 0 because this line is where every coordinate of y is 0, right? So macam mana saya dapat 0 dan 2? It's just very easy. What I did is just factorize this. Okay, I factorize it and I'll get x times 2 minus x. And then when I make this thing is equals to 0, so my x will be 0 and another x will be 2. That's why my x-intercept adalah 0 dan 2. So actually this graph is like this. Pada asalnya graph dia macam ni. Pada asalnya graph dia adalah begini. Dia memang senyum yang penuh. Okay, pada asalnya dia memang senyum yang penuh. Tetapi disebabkan syarat, as I said, the conditions tak boleh abaikan. Disebabkan syarat dia adalah mesti melebihi 0. So domain, this is the domain actually. Alamak, melebihi 1, sorry. This is the line where x is equals to 1. This is the line where x is equals to 1. So when x is more than or equal to 1, maksudnya the region is only on the right hand side here. Okay, the region is only belah kanan. Okay, bukan sepenuhnya. It is just half senyum. That's why my graph is just literally half senyum. Okay, because the region is only the wanted region. The wanted region is only half senyum. Faham ke? Okay, because of this condition. Because of this condition saying that the region should be x is more than or equal to 1. So here is where the region di mana melebihi daripada 1. Okay, dan 1 termasuklah, sebab tu saya buat dot. I put a dan circle over there because it is included. Because the condition said x is more than or equal to 1. Therefore, equal to 1 is included lah. Okay, and please, we also have to find the minimum point. So in order to find the minimum point, kita kena completing the square. So when we completing the square, please, yang ini adalah rangka completing the square. Okay. Sebelum kamu buat rangka besar ni, you should factorize the negative outside. Okay, because what we want CTS, cara nak buat CTS adalah make sure dia coordinate. Oh, tertinggal square. Sorry. Make sure the coordinate of x squared ni 1. Itu je. That is the condition of CTS. CTS tips. Okay. And sebab itulah negatif ni kena bawa keluar. And then barulah kita boleh buat rangka di mana tengah-tengahnya mesti tolak bersama something squared, something squared. That is the rangka that I have taught you guys. And you solve this and you will get that. That is your simplified quadratic. And therefore, you can find your maximum point. Tadi saya sebut minimum so sorry. Kenapa saya tulis ini minimum? Sini maximum, God. This is maximum point. Should have told me, guys. Kadang-kadang saya ni tulis, kepala saya fikir lain, saya tulis lain. Have you ever done that? I have done that so many times. Okay, so here is, you know how to find 1, right? Because x minus 1 is equals to 0. So x is equals to 1. Sebab itulah point kamu 1. And then belakang ni adalah untuk y. So this is 1. So dapatlah koordinat untuk maximum point. So maximum point sangat ngam lah. 1-1 koordinat dia. So this is your maximum point. So dah cari maximum point. Settle lah. Kiranya lengkaplah kamu punya graph. And please don't forget to label. This is fx. Ya, label fx pun okay. Ataupun nak penuh 2x minus x squared. Label penuh. Make sure everything should be labeled. And then untuk show ni, is just state it. Okay, just very easy state the reason by using the horizontal line test. Since the graph cuts only once, the graph cuts here, you mesti buat horizontal line test lah. Okay, horizontal line test, the graph cuts here and means cuts only once, then the function is 1-to-1 function. Ayat yang simple sahaja. Tolonglah hafal ayat ni. Okay, this one you must just remember the ayat so that you can answer it very quickly in exam PSPM nanti, okay? Okay, so now dia minta kita cari the inverse function of f. So the inverse function of f, there are 2 methods lah, method 1 and method 2. So here I present to you 2 methods. I've written to you both methods over here, and this is the method 1. Okay, the method 1 is having f and f inverse equals to x, and then you just sub in the f inverse into function f. Di sini saya memakai function f yang telah di CTS kan, yang telah di completing the square kan. Sebab kalau saya pakai yang ini, kalau saya pakai yang original function, I can't get the value of, I can't solve it. I can't really solve it and get my answer right. I can't really get my inverse right. So in order to find my inverse, I have to use the ones yang saya dah CTS kan. So please, saya minta semua student saya practice CTS dengan sangat-sangat serius lah. Okay, I beg you, I hope that you practice a lot using the completing the square technique over here. Please practice doing CTS. You can recall your SPM teachers, the way they teach you, or you want to follow mine. Mine is very, very easy. You can follow mine and practice. Do a lot of practice. Okay, cari je soalan dekat Google tu. Banyak sangat soalan kuadratik kat Google tu. Dan practice macam mana nak completing the square. Okay. And then saya memakai yang dah CTS punya lah. Saya memasukkan F inverse ke dalam function F. Okay, so this is what I'm doing. What I did is just replace this X into F inverse. And then I just solve it. And I'll get plus and minus, and we do not want both of them. Okay, we do not want both of them. So hanya salah satu sahaja yang apa orang kata diterimalah untuk F inverse ni. Okay, so how do we know it? If you do not know it yet, just leave it there first. Okay, so now method 2 mesti memakai statement lah. Statement di sini you have to let the fx into becoming y, change this fx into y, and then you jadikan x sebagai subject. Dah jadikan x sebagai subject, you know that this x is equals to f inverse y. So f inverse y bersamaan dengan everything is in terms of y. And so change it into x. Okay, so Miss, macam mana Miss tahu ni Miss? How Miss quickly know that it is less than or equal to 1? Miss, how are we going to know the condition of inverse function based on the solution or based on graph? Untuk menjawab soalan Lim, it is the condition of inverse function. In my idea, it should be on graph because I can look it very clearly how does it reflect. Untuk menjawab soalan Lim, saya menggunakan based on graph. To be honest. Okay, so let me explain this one first. Macam mana saya dapat jawapan the x is less than or equal to 1. It is just one thing that I haven't teach you guys in the video adalah, okay, see, if you are in this if you are listening to this live, you will get a new knowledge, sebab Miss tak ajar square root function dalam video. Miss tak ajar. This is a new knowledge, okay? This is new for you guys. Sebab Miss memang tak mention benda ni dalam video lah. It's something that I need to improve. Okay, so the square root function over here is actually, square root function, you know that apa-apa yang di dalam square root tidak boleh yang negatif. Tidak boleh nilainya negatif. So this is just a definition tau. Dia seolah-olah macam definisi apa-apa yang di dalam square root, it must be more than or equal to 0. So this thing is very important. This is the things that I didn't mention to you guys in the video, saying that, oh, apa-apa yang di dalam square root mesti more than or equal to 0. Yalah, kalau less than 0, dia akan, this is not a numbers. This is undefined, right? Apa-apa yang square root negative, this is undefined. So we don't like undefined stuff. We don't like it. So we always know whatever inside square root mestilah more than or equal to 0. This is just the definition. Okay, so here you go. I did 1 plus 1 minus x. 1 minus x is more than or equal to 0. Sebab itulah nanti kamu akan berjumpa dengan x is less than or equal to 1. Okay? So that is where I got this thing. That is where I got the x is less than or equal to 1. Okay? Kalaulah in case, that Lim's question is very good, dia nak tanya conditions untuk inverse ni based on the solution ataupun based on the graph. As I said just now, actually I look graphed, tapi setengah orang dia boleh nampak melalui solution ni sendiri. if you are really good in understanding graph, you can actually produce this condition without drawing it. Am I answering your questions, Lynn? Okay. Yeah, some of us memang boleh jawab. Memang boleh dapat condition ni dari awal lagi. But if you do not know it, it's okay. Graph akan membantu kamu. So, sebelum menjawab soalan C, better buat dulu D. Buat dulu graph. Dah habis graph, barulah buat domain. Okay. Dah habis graph, barulah buat domain. Ataupun range dan juga range. So my suggestion is that you please draw your fx first. This is your fx is equals to apa tadi? Negative fx is equal to negative x. Oops. Fx is equals to negative x plus minus 1. X minus 1 squared plus 1 kan. So this please draw this one first. So benda ni kamu dah draw tadi waktu kamu proof tadi kan, waktu kamu proof show one-to-one functions. So this is, you know that you have already your fx. So you just draw it. Settle. Tapi kena ingat bukan takat kita draw sketch the graph only. No, we must make sure we find the intercept as well. Okay, intercept ni cari sendiri. If you do not know, please draw the table I've shown you just now. And then dekat sini tak lukis pun tak apa. This is not really important. Okay, saya saja je sebabkan saya nak bagi nampak di manakah region condition saying more than or equal to 0, which mean this is the area just now. I'm just following the conditions, that's all. And then, you know, when you have to reflect it, okay, bila you nak cari inverse punya graph, you tak payah lukis dari sini, you know. Let me duplicate this. What I'm saying is that you don't have to susah payah nak recall balik square root function macam mana, you know. Do you get what I mean? You know, memanglah Miss ajar dalam ni negatif dan luar ni positive y, right? So the basic graph should be going to the second quadrant. Okay? So this is macam ni kan? This is the basic shape. So this is the basic shape untuk square root function. So yang ini apa? Ni shift up by 1 unit. So that's why daripada kosong, dia shift up by 1 unit going up there. But you know, my point here is you tak perlu lukis. Tak perlu cari dari from scratch, you know. This is not necessary. This thing is not necessary at all. So I'm just gonna delete this. Not necessary sebab benda ni reflect. So kalau kita dah tahu satu graph, tak payah susah payah nak buat from scratch. No need. What you have to do is just imagine how to reflect it. Imagine that kalaulah kamu ada kertas kan. Kalau saya mengajar dekat kelas, saya akan minta student lipat mengikut dotted line warna orange ni. Lipat mengikut the mirror y is equals to x. Because when you lipat, you akan literally, you letak dekat cahaya kertas you. You letak dekat cahaya kertas you, you lipat. And then you akan nampak reflection dia. Faham tak? When you do that, you try it. You lipat kertas mengikut line mirror tu, y is equals to x. And then, you akan nampak reflection dia. Letak kat cahaya. You akan nampak reflection dia. Dan lukis je lah F inverse. Settle. So bila you dah lukis F inverse, letak jugalah intercept yang sama iaitu 2. Settle. Dan jangan lupa label. So that's it. That's how easy it is. So please also know that this is what? This is x is equals to 1. X pula. This is y is equals to 1. This dotted line. Tak penting pun nak tulis benda tu. It's not really important. What I meant is it is important when we are trying to find the conditions untuk inverse. So the domain untuk area ni, the domain untuk F inverse adalah dari 1 hingga 1 hingga positive infinity. Takkanlah dia pergi positive infinity. Dia dari negative infinity pergi ke arah 1. So it should be negative infinity until 1. And then close bracket. It is just literally mean all of this area adalah di mana x is less than or equal to 1. Inilah condition di mana ia sama dengan ini. See? By using the graph, you can literally get the condition also. Okay, this region, okay guys, this region is literally x is less than 1. Less than or equal to 1. Equal termasuk sebab 1 graph dia start dari 1. Sebab itulah saya buat dense circle. Here is dense circle because 1 is included. So this is a region where x is less than or equal to 1. So yeah, this is the domain untuk F inverse lah. Sebab itulah syaratnya apa? Sama dengan apa yang saya cari di sini. Yang saya cari di sini sama je dengan apa yang saya tulis di situ. Is it clear everybody? I hope you are good in domain and range. Kalau you good in that, you faham apa yang saya ajar. Kalau kamu tak bagus lagi domain dan range, memang you akan clueless apa saya ajar. Okay, so I beg for you guys to learn domain very clearly, how to find range very clearly. Alright. So basically this region, as I said, this is the region untuk domain untuk F inverse, iaitu apa tadi? X is less than or equal to 1. Please know that this is what? This is sama juga cara penulisan dalam bentuk interval form, di mana from negative infinity until 1 and then close bracket. So it is the same as my domain of inverse. So ada 2 cara nak menulis domain. Okay. Ada 2 cara nak menulis domain. Sama ada nak tulis cara solution set ataupun nak tulis cara interval form. So both of them acceptable. Both of them diterima cara penulisan domain dan range. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Untuk question 16. Okay, so domain saya tadi dah explain domain je kan. How about the range? So the range is starting from this one to infinity. See? Ni untuk range because range adalah tengok daripada y paksi y. Okay, that's why you have to look at the coordinate y. Okay, coordinate y is number 1 until going up. Bukanlah shape macam tu. It's just like literally up. Going up and up and up and up. Sebab itulah sampai infinity. Because cara nak tengok range adalah dari bawah sampai atas. Okay, tapi kalau domain nak kena tengok dari kiri sampailah berhenti dekat dia punya region sahaja. berhenti takat dia punya syarat sahaja. Sebab itulah syaratnya muncul di situ. So the syarat can be seen in the graph very, very clearly. Okay, so please practice your graph because when your graph is good means your domain is going to be good as well. Okay, so yeah, just apply the mirror thingy. Okay, jangan susah payah cari from scratch. Okay, so cari function yang original sajalah. It's going to be easy. So now I'm going to go to question 26. So question 26. Not that hard though. This is composite function. Okay, composite function. So how was it? So I'm gonna start with h. Okay, h. Sebabkan ni dia kata find h squared. So h squared is just literally means h times h. Okay, and then so I'm gonna sub in my h. What is my h? My h is 3 over x minus 3. Saya ingat ke? Tak kisah. So this is my h ya. Sorry kalau tulisan saya ni memang sengit-bengit sikit. So I'm gonna put my function h ke dalam h. It's going to be a bit hectic. Saya tertinggal x. Sorry. So I'm gonna put it in. So saya buat rangka dululah, boleh? I'm gonna use a different. I should use this different color. No, I don't want to duplicate it. Sorry, guys. I should use this orange color. So, okay. So now I have done the rangka, and now my job is to duplicate this orange color to be inside of this rangka. Senang kan kalau cara begini? This is my way of doing maths. Okay, I love simple things. Now I am going to expand it. The answer is just x. Wow, the answer is just x. Done. Lepas tu soalan dia kata deduce the inverse of hx. Oh, deduce. The word deduce is very important. Maksudnya you don't have to find from scratch. Okay, deduce means use what you have. Use what you have. What you already have. What you already have. Okay, what you already have means you have this thing already. Duplicate. Duplicate. You have this thing already. So this thing is actually equals to h. Just now we know that this is h is equals to x, right? And since Do you think this is very familiar? To me, this is very familiar sebab this thing is kind of look like, tada, it kind of almost looking like the inverse formula, the inverse formula that we have known. Okay, so therefore we know that this F inverse is just literally the H. The H inverse is just literally the H. So yeah, you already got your answer. Your H inverse is just by deducing, use what you already have. Okay, cara nak menulis adalah since, ayat yang proper lah. Since H squared x is equals to x, therefore our H inverse, our hx is actually equals to H inverse, because of this. Yeah, because this thing is equal to that, and so our H inverse is literally our hx, and so our hx is what you already have, iaitu 3x bahagi x minus 3. And so your conclusion is very quick and easy, which is your H inverse is just literally equal to 3x over x minus 3, because this is also equals to hx. Right? Yeah, this is enough. Done. Itulah maksud deduce. Deduce is very simple. Deduce mean you don't have to do it from scratch and taking your time, because this is going to be like 2 marks only. Okay? Your statement and your answer. That's all. Now we have to do evaluate H13. Wow, H to the power of 13, eh? 9. So let's find the H13. H13, yeah. Kind of funny the way how I mention it. Maybe I put it here. H13, yeah. So find H13x. So saya tak nak letak 9 awal-awal. Saya suka letak X dulu, because that's my way. So please know that the H, how do we do it? It is just quite simple. Please don't be afraid of it. So what you have to do is this 13 is literally H squared. Use what you have. Again, use what you have. You have H squared. So use H squared as your guideline. So H squared, berapa kali? 6吧，6吧，10，12。So here means I gotta have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that 6 times 2 is 12. So 12 plus 1 is 13. So ngam lah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I got to have 6 times 2, you're gonna be 12. 12 plus power 1, you're gonna get power 13. So yeah. Tapi takkanlah you nak memasukkan setiap ni ke dalam ni, and then setiap yang ni ke dalam ni, setiap yang and then you want to do again, you nak solve it one by one, masukkan ke depan. Do you want to do that? It's going to be very hustle, isn't it? So what's the tips here? I want to ask some of you, do you have any idea? What should I write now? Any idea? Tak ada. Okay. Let's say I put a squat. And it's not a squat, it's just subs 9. Oh, you subs 9. Good idea, Lim. You can do that also. So there is there are other ways. Yeah, there are also other ways. Just have to find its how do you say it? Just have to find its concept. Apa yang saya bakal terangkan sini agak tak adalah complicated, agak abstract lah untuk mathematics. Okay, so please listen carefully. So what I'm about to explain right now is it's not that easy to explain. Okay, it's really not easy to explain, but it will become this. Mesti kamu takut kan? Okay, sekarang ni ada berapa? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sekarang ada 5, betul tak? Maybe I should use this red colour. Boleh faham ke apa saya tulis ni? So actually, it's let me use different colour. So what I did is that I just sub in yang paling hujung. As we all know, kita jangan masukkan kita punya H squared tau. Our H squared lah. Guys, it's not that hard actually. Saya ingatkan susah sangat nak explain benda ni. Tapi tidak. Kenapa semua orang tak ada respon? So, do you remember that this is, my God, this is our answer. This is our answer, guys. So, our H squared is literally is equals to X. So, this is X. This is already X. That's why lah tinggal 5 saja, you know. If I don't want to do bracket pun, I should already understand that where is this X coming from? This X is coming from is just literally from yang paling hujung, H squared. My H squared is equals to X. So this X is just literally coming from H squared. Okay, so masukkan pula lah H squared yang ini ke dalam yang di depannya. Which mean dia akan jadi H squared, X. You see dia punya H dan dia punya H squared makin berkurang lah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here should have 4 lah. Sorry about that. So you repeat. Okay, repeat, masukkan. So H squared, X. Yang hujung tu akan jadi X, that's all. And then H squared, X. Sampailah H squared X. Sampailah H X. Sampailah kamu akan jumpa HX. Daripada panjang-panjang begini, daripada H13, jadi HX sahaja. And so, the HX is just 3x minus 3x over x minus 3. And so, H13 9 is equals to 3 times 9 over 9 minus 3, which is 27 minus 27 over 6. 27 over 6 boleh disimplify. Bahagi 3, you akan dapat 9 bahagi 2. So your answer is 9 over 2. Whoa. Now I understand how it works. I thought it's very hard to be done. Oh, saya pada mulanya pun saya fikir yang sama, Lim. But yeah, it's not that hard because I forgot that this x is literally h squared. Yeah, so what I did is just replace this h squared x into x. So I replace jadi x sebab tu dia makin berkurang lah. So because this has becoming x, masukkan sampailah dia sangat simple. Anna said, can I just substitute 9 to x because I got the correct answer? Yeah, you may, Anna. Boleh, Anna. Anastasia. You can do it. What I'm here teaching right now is just a little bit of abstract mathematics lah. Okay. Tapi tak sesusah pun yang saya ingat. Saya pun rasa susah pada awalnya. Padahal tidak pun. Padahal dia senang. Masukkan sahaja, jawapan macam biasa. It's literally easy. This one is X. So, masukkan lagi, akan jumpa X lagi. Sampailah, you punya H squared tu berkurang sebabkan you know that your this one is just literally X. H squared is literally tau. Dia memang literally, maksudnya dia memang direct je. And masukkan je X and then tinggallah HX. So finally your H13 tu sebenarnya HX je. So memang dia trick question je lah. So H13 is literally your HX and now you can submit your 9. Sub in your 9 into the equation and there you go, you got the same answer. Tapi Ana tak salah pun nak masukkan 9 dari awal lagi, tapi I believe cara langkahnya panjang sedikit lah. Am I right? Oh, it's okay. Both of them are acceptable. Okay. Okay, now let's move on to the next question, 34. 32 saya akan bagi PDF ni afterwards. 32 because I'm thinking 32 ada salah satu soalannya tu bukan dari dalam syllabus dah, jadi I'm going to skip it for a bit. Okay, I'll give you the full solution later. So I'm going to skip to the question 34 because I'm afraid saya ada soalan 34 lagi nak ajar, 34B, 37 dan terakhir sekali nombor 40. So I'm gonna start with 34, which is the most easy. 34A. 34A is not that hard. So let's start with fx is equals to exponent negative x. So exponent negative x, kat sini you know that belakang ni bayangkan ada plus 0 and then you know that belah belakang ni adalah kita punya, what do you call this? Kita punya horizontal asymptote. So horizontal asymptote kita adalah y0. So I'm going to do a dotted line here. Let me do some dotted line. Make it big a bit. Dotted line saya kenapa? Ni. This one. So I need some dotted line over there. Yeah, this dotted line is telling me that this is y0. Okay. X-axis sebenarnya adalah Y equal to 0. Okay, you should know that. And then sekarang ni kita nak lukis graf ni, basic shape kita pergi ke arah mana? Pergi ke arah first quadrant, second quadrant, or the third quadrant, or the fourth quadrant. So in this case, negative X is over here. Okay, while positive Y is over there. So it's going to be at the second quadrant. The graph is looking like that. So I'm going to use orange color going up to the first quadrant, and I'll just label it as fx is equals to exponent negative x. Okay, so and then please biasakan cari intercept. This intercept is not that hard. When x is 0, when your x is 0, your y is 1. Okay, so saya tak nak tulis. Kalau nak buat table, kemas. Okay, and now barulah cantik saya punya domain dan range. Bukan cantik pula, graph saya dah cantik. Cumanya yang saya tak ada adalah my, what do you call this, my domain and range. Oh, soalan ni dia tak minta pun. Even soalan ni markah dia 2. I know markah dia 2 sikit kan, sebab dia minta domain dan range. Dia tak suruh lukis, sebab tu markah dia sikit. Tapi untuk student saya, because I teach using graph, if you want me to explain this without teaching you, without showing you the graph, can you literally keluarkan domain dia? Let's find the domain. Domain dia memang nampak. Sekali nampak graph dah tahu dah. Negative infinity sampai infinity. That is the domain. While the range is from 0 until infinity. Both are not included. Okay, sebab 0 ni. Sebab limit dia adalah pada y. The y is 0. So the y is 0. Graph is going up to positive infinity. Okay, so 0 is not included because of this dotted line. The graph will not cross to this line. Dia tak akan menyentuh kosong, sebab itulah kosong dia open. Okay, so yeah, I cannot explain to you the domain and the range without drawing the graph. Do you get me, guys? I can't just explain to you here, blah, membebel-bebel banyak-banyak, tapi and then saya keluarkan domain dan range. Kamu rasa kamu faham tak? Tanpa saya lukis graph. Can you help me now? Can you tell me now? Can you understand? Can you produce the domain and the range quickly without lukis graph ni? Boleh ke? Ke you rasa you perlukan graph ni barulah you boleh tulis domain dan range? Which one are you? So dua-dua tak salah pun, dua-dua boleh. But I want to know, any feedback here, any comment over here, please, the live chat over there, tolong saya nak tahu apa yang kamu selesa. Boleh ke kamu keluarkan domain dan range tanpa lukis graph? Can you do that? Yeah, I think it's better to draw the graph. Kalau saya perlu graph. Okay, only 2 of you saying here. How about the rest of you? As this is to make sure our answer is correct based on the graph. Betul. Kita sebenarnya nak make sure yang kita berada di jalan yang lurus. You know. From there we are very yakin lah. Tidak Miss, Mas Mira kata tidak Miss, mau guna graph baru nampak. Okay, so jadi practice lah graph. Graph ni sangat-sangat penting dalam exam. Okay, chapter 5 is in the exam. I'm telling you right now, you cannot avoid this. Now let's go on to the next graph, iaitu gx is equals to x squared. So I know the basic shape is senyum. And literally dia memang dekat kosong lah. And dia punya kosong ni memang tepatlah dekat sini. Included. Okay, sebab tu, mungkin sebab graf ni senang kot. Sebab tu lah dia tak suruh lukis. That might be the one of the idea too. So the domain here untuk G lah. Kalau dia graph, kalau function ni G, please letak DG. Okay, domain untuk G equal. So negative infinity until infinity sebab dari kiri ke kanan kita tak tahu dia stop dekat mana. So it's like from beyond left to the left, unknown left, from the unknown left to the unknown right. Sebab itulah negative infinity sampai infinity. While kalau range untuk G pula, from where? From paling bawah, as I said, tengok graph pada paksi Y, pada graph ni, graph yang paling bawah. Paling bawah dia adalah di sini. Bukan di bawah ni. Tak ada pun graf di bawah-bawah. Tak ada kan? So, the paling bawah graf itu berada adalah pada kosong. So, the kosong is included until infinity because it's going up. So, going up means going to positive infinity. There you go. That's your answer. So, please draw it. Even though it's like 2 marks only here, right? 1 mark here, 1 mark there. But tak apa. Tidak apa untuk lukis graf so that you yakin you punya jawapan betul. Itulah nasihat saya. Okay. And then soalan seterusnya dia kata show that my g fx is equals to exponent negative 2x. Wow, show it. I think it's not that hard. As long as you know your f and you know your g, it's not that hard. What you have to do is do this composite function fgx. Gfx. So gfx, g masukkan f dulu. So your f is exponent negative x. So this is your f. Masukkan ke dalam g, your g is x squared. Something squared. So masukkan your f. Let me use different color. Masukkan ni, duplicate ke dalam g. So very easy. This is the most easy composite function saya pernah buat. Tada! Done. This is my gfx. Shown. Please don't forget to put shown. Because when you put shown, barulah you dah berjaya jawab soalan ni, mengatakan, oh, I have to show it. So the shown word must be there as well. Okay? Easy peasy. Not that hard at all. I like it. The most easy composite function I had ever had. Okay, formula ni kita kena recall ya. Let me recall this a little bit. So this is a to the power of m darab n. So it gonna be it gonna be a to the power of mn. You should know that. Okay. So let's go to the 34b. Oh, you need some time to digest this. Okay, soalan 34b, dia bagi kita hx. And dia bagi kita hx ni dalam bentuk what? Dalam bentuk piecewise pula kan? Tapi jangan takut. Don't worry if you have this kind. Satu yang berbentuk apa ni? Going where? Satu yang berbentuk exponent. This is exponent graph kan? This is exponent graph. And here is a linear graph going down, linear graph. So you have two different graphs in one graph. So It's okay. Let me show you how to find H inverse. Okay, first of all, cari satu demi satu lah. So we know that, okay, let me do number 1. So Hx is equals to exponent negative 2x kan? Okay, another one is Hx is equals to negative x minus 1. Saya tahu memang ada syarat dia kat sini. Tapi bila saya nak buat inverse, it is not wrong if I just put aside my condition first. Tak apa, kita put aside first just for the sake of finding my inverse dulu. So use H. Saya guna method 1 je boleh tak? Okay, saya just nak pakai method 1. So this is method 1. You can use method 2. It's up to you. It's totally up to you to find the inverse. Both can. So now let me do it. So remember, in order to eliminate the exponent, we must have ln both side. Ataupun kita panggil dia log both side. Ln both side. Okay? So please write it down again. Just ln both side there. So you know that ln E is equals to 1. Therefore, this power will bring down first. So negative 2 Hx, H plus H inverse equals to ln x. Ln x tu bawa lah sekali kan. Therefore, your H inverse is literally 1 over 2. Sorry, negative 1 over 2 ln x. Tada! Dah dapat satu jawapan. Dah dapat satu inverse. Go to the next one. Go to the next one. So my H inverse is equals to negative x minus 1. Easy peasy. So nak katanya sekarang ni Miss belum cari condition. This is condition less than or equals to 0. And while this is condition x is more than 0. So what is the condition here pula, Miss? Can I know it straight away, Miss? To be honest, I do not know how to teach you guys without doing graph. So I have to do the graph. So in order to find my inverse punya condition over here, in order to find this condition, I must sketch first. I must sketch first. Okay, that's the tips. That's the tips that I can give you in order for you to find the H inverse. Sebab H inverse kena tulis, bukan tulis jawapan je, tetapi kena tulis syarat juga. Syarat mesti ditulis jugalah, kalau tak complete. So now cara nak dapatkan syarat tersebut adalah dengan marilah kita lukis graf. Sebab dah alang-alang nanti kita dapat juga markah untuk soalan nombor 2, sketch the H dan juga sketch the H inverse, and we will gonna get 4 marks over there. So it's no harm in drawing first. Soalan 1 saya tak habis jawab lagi ya. Bear in mind. Soalan 1 saya tak habis jawab lagi sebab soalan 1 kita kena tulis jawapan kita dalam bentuk H inverse where I have two jawapan I have two functions of inverse, but I do not know yet what's the condition. I don't know yet. So I don't know yet. So hold on. Just wait. Lukis dulu. So that's my tips. Lukis dulu. So we do not know yet, but don't worry. We lukis first. So what do we want to lukis? Do we want to lukis hx? So let me write down my hx. My hx, we have negative 2x, is it? Negative exponent to negative. Apa aku merepek ni? I'm so sorry. Mulut saya ni cakap bla bla bla. Cepat sangat. So hx is equals to exponent negative 2x. Condition dia adalah, mengikut condition dia, kita lukis yang asal. Draw the original graph lah. Sebab selamat. Draw the original graph sebab selamat, mengikut syarat dia kata mesti less than or equal to 0. So follow. Dan lagi satu, apa tadi? Negatif. Alah, tak ingat lah. Negatif apa? Negatif x. Astagfirullah. Negative x minus 1. Condition dia x is more than 0. Betul ke? Punya malas nak tengok soalan. So now my tips is lukis dulu kan. As I said, we are going to draw the original graph first. So now let's draw it. Just now, we know that the graph is going like that. Do that. Going to the first quadrant. This graph is going to the first quadrant. This is hx. Okay. But the thing is, kita ada syarat. Syaratnya di mana? Let me do this color. This is dotted line. This is dotted line where x is 0. This is x is equals to 0. The thing is, dia kata mengikut syarat ini, the region should be less than or equal to 0. This is the region di mana domain dia adalah x is less than or equal to 0. So sini termasuk. Just bear in mind, the graph will be drawn. Ta-da! The graph is like that, where it is included. Besarnya. Besar, biarlah lantaklah besar sebab nak menunjukkan dia dense. Dense because this equal sign means included. Syarat yang mengatakan dia termasuk. Okay? Dah. Delete balik. Nak menerangkan je. So, good. That is my hx. But my hx ada dua jenis. Satu lagi, warna orange jugalah. Saya letak warna orange juga. Alah, petak pula ni. So, lagi satu. Can I know what is this point is? This is 1, right? This is 1. Yeah. I think I should use orange now. How do I know that is 1? Because kita dah lukis dah awal-awal tadi. Mana tadi? Ni kita dah lukis dah ni. Kita dah lukis dah tadi. Actually, ni soalan apa? Ni soalan 34A. Miss, shape dia sama ya, Miss? Walaupun satu negative X, satu negative 2X. Some of you might do not know it. Kenapa shape dia sama? Shall we go to the Desmos? Ataupun I'll go GeoGebra. Now I'll go to the GeoGebra. Delete kejap. So now, let's say y is equals to exponent, any ABC? Exponent to the power of 2x. Negatif lah, saya nak negatif. Negative 2x. So that is my, apa kata saya buat negative x dulu? Negative x. So that is my negative x. So kalau saya buat sebiji y is equals to exponent to the power of negative 2x. Shape dia sama tak? Tengok ni, warna purple, warna biru dengan warna orange. Shape dia sama tak? Shape dia sama sahaja. You don't have to worry about that. Okay, walaupun satunya negative 1 dan satu lagi negative 2, you don't bother it. You just have to try and error di mana makin nilai dia naik, makin curam graf tu akan terlukis. Itu je sebenarnya. Yang penting, the graph, the shape is just the same. It's going towards the second quadrant. Okay, so this is another apps lah. Selain kita pakai Desmos, saya pakai ni, GeoGebra juga untuk lukis graph dan belajar macam-macam lagi. So, yang penting you can try and error. The number 2, it doesn't matter. The number 2 doesn't bother you, okay? So, for example, if I try y is equals to exponent. Kenapa dekat situ pula? Exponent to the power of a negative. Let's say I put less than 1, negative 1/2. Mesti graf dia tak curam langsung. Bagi 2. See? The graph dia, alahai. Can you put, ya Allah Akbar, hilang pula negative 1/2. Sekejap ya. Let me type this down. Can you just, astaghfirullah. There you go. See, as I said, tengok tak? This is how you can use the apps to try and error. Di manakah graph tu pergi ke arah first quadrant or second quadrant or the third quadrant. So the coefficient there, it doesn't matter whether it's negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. Makin nilai dia naik, makin graph tu curam. That's why you're going to see that the purple line here, dia curam. Tapi dia masih berada di second quadrant, isn't it? Dia masih berada dekat second quadrant. The area is still at the second quadrant. And dia punya asymptote pun masih sama. Asymptote is that they will just get closer and closer to 0. Closer, as I said, closer and closer to 0, but not touching 0. Okay? Yang penting graph is going towards second quadrant. These numbers is just mengikut kecuraman masing-masing. Faham ke semua orang? Boleh tak? Can anybody chat there saying, do you understand this? What I'm saying, kecuraman tersebut. Negative 1/2 is just tak curam lah. Sebab tu kamu nampak dia macam flat sikit. Dia tak curam. So now, let's draw the HX So now I'm gonna use what color? Green color. I'll use red color. No, I don't want to use red color. I'll use green color lah. Green color yang pekat. So line ini, this is linear. So this linear graph is negative linear. So negative linear means going down. This is the basic shape untuk linear. So in fact, dia akan shift downwards by -1. Dia shift downwards by -1, so the graph is going down. So pada asalnya graph dia menurun. Okay, graph dia menurun, tetapi mengikut syarat dia kata region of the graph is more than 0. More than 0 means on the right hand side region only. So saya akan pendekkan dia, and then saya kena buat empty circle. Allah, come on, please work empty circle. Empty circle saya kind of big, isn't it? Lantak lah. Don't move. So this is empty circle, ya. Kamu jangan keliru pula. That is my empty circle. Empty circle. Besarnya empty circle ni. Okay, what I'm doing right now is just following the conditions. Well, this is, maybe I should use orange color because they are the same function, miss. Why don't you just use orange as well? Yeah, let me use it. This is also orange because this is also hx. So now we have draw our hx. Okay, this is piecewise lah kan. Sebab dia asing-asing mengikut condition masing-masing. So now let's draw the mirror. So this is the mirror. Maybe I should use dotted line, but kita tebalkan mirror kita nak. Okay, tebalnya. Tak kisahlah, yang penting nampak. So this is our mirror. Y is equals to x. This is our mirror. So now let's just reflect it. So reflect it, it is not that hard. Reflect it must, let me use green now. So reflect mesti pakai balik intercept ni, 1. And here goes the reflection will sort of like this. Cantik tak? Puji diri sendiri. Now, tada! Besarnya. Put the dance circle over there. Ish, tak tepi. This is, okay. And this is going where? Cantik tak saya punya reflection? Ngam tak reflection saya? Boleh lah. Jangan gerak. Does it look nice? My reflection. Nampak tak the reflection? So now you label H inverse. Label sahaja. Tak payah cari from scratch. So now, tak habis lagi. We also have to reflect here. Going up. Dekat mana? Dekat -1. So put a big this is, sorry. This is not dance circle, right? This is empty circle. This is empty circle, guys. Reflection, ikut dia sebiji. The reflection here says, oh my god, come on. Sorry lah, asalkan kamu faham lah kan. So please put the empty circle and then circle very, very clearly for you guys. So now this is my what? This is my H inverse. So tolong label. Label ni sangat penting. Kalau kamu tak label, memang havoc lah, memang pening lah. So now you can now go back to your function. You have sketched them. And what you are worried right now is just its domain. It's just its condition. So now you can delete this. Delete, I say. I'm saying to myself, yeah. Okay, now we can write down our syarat mengikut graph. Okay, now our syarat untuk look at the green color, ya. So this is my lawn. Actually, kalau lah tanpa syarat kan, the graph is actually from here to downwards. From here going down. Actually, this is the full graph. Because this is at negative y but positive x. Kalau kamu betul-betul faham dan hafal lah apa saya ajar dari video-video saya sebelum ni. This is actually full graph. This is ln x. Okay. Ingat, this doesn't matter. It doesn't affect you. Only the sign affect you. Okay, this is negative ln. That's why negative y. So this is only half, right? Sebab kita mengikut reflection. As you all know, we are following the reflection only. So we have the domain already. We have the conditions already. It means that the domain is more than or equal to 1. So therefore, you write down x is more than or equal to 1. Yay, very happy. So this is x is more than or equal to 1. Manakala, color yang ini pula, this is empty circle. Empty circle going to the left. Not going to the left, like it means the graph is coming from the left. The graph is coming from negative infinity and stop until negative 1, but open bracket because this is empty circle, and so x is less than negative 1. So you put that x is less than negative 1 because this is the region untuk H inverse yang lagi satu. So there you go. This is x is less than negative 1. Tada! That's your answer. Adakah sama dengan jawapan di belakang? Sama kan? Everyone clear? Does everyone clear? Kenapa tak ada orang berjawab? Miss tanya. Are you busy drawing? Clear, Miss. Ya, Farahin je yang jawab dari tadi. Adakah jawapan saya sama dengan jawapan tutorial di belakang? Jawapan tutorial di belakang, is it the same? Tengah clear, Miss, tengah menyalin. Okey. Shall we go to the next question? Shall we go to the next question, everybody? Boleh ke? So this is the answer, yeah? Go back to the question 1. This is the answer. This is full answer. This is full answer. Okay, let's go to the question 37. Thirty-seven ni panjang tak ya? 37 tak panjang. Okay, 37 dan 40 tak panjang. Let's go algebraically. 37. Given to us fx and given to us gx. Show that fx is one-to-one function algebraically. So dia yang minta ya guys. This is algebraic method. So kalau soalan yang minta algebraic method, follow. Just follow. Okay, just follow. So now, cara algebraic method sangat senang. Step 1, just let apa tadi? Let fx1 is equals to fx2. This is just ini adalah cara ya. So just this is a method. So follow. You don't ask why. You just follow. Okay. And then you sub in x1 ke dalam function ni lah. So 2x1 plus 3, while here is 2x2 plus 3. And so you know you can 3 minus 3 is 0. So tinggal lah 2x1 is equals to 2x2. And so you know you can cut 2 also. Tinggal lah x1 is equals to x2. Apa saya buat ni? Miss, mana lawn pergi? Oh my god, where's my lawn? Guys, tak ada siapa pun tegur saya. Come on. This is wrong. I forgot my lawn. Kalau kamu salin juga ni, memang saya ketuk lah kamu ni. Don't do my wrong. I do not know what I'm thinking. Okay. So now in order to eliminate the lawn, we must use this. Recall. Okay. Recall exponent both side akan hilang lah. Exponent dan lawn tinggallah x saja. So what we are going to do is exponent both side. So when we exponent both side, kita memang literally akan dapat ini saja. Okay, exponent both side, hilanglah exponent, hilanglah lawn, tinggallah dalam atas ni saja. So bring it down, make it equal to each other, and then we know that 3 minus 3 is 0. So 2x1 is equals to 2x2. And so x1 is equals to x2. 2 divided by 2 is 1. And so since buatlah ayat, since x1 is equals to x2, so f1 then fx is one-to-one function. Easy. So ada masa buat algebraic method lagi senang. Sebab algebraic method hanyalah untuk fokuskan supaya kita let ini Dan akhirnya kita mesti berjumpa dengan x1 must be equal to x2. And when you have made x1 is equals to x2, then you just buatlah conclusion saying that, oh, fx is one-to-one function algebraically because I have found x1 is equals to x2. I have found it. Literally, it's very easy to find. But some question menggunakan algebraic method sangat complicated. Cara penyelesaiannya mungkin agak complicated. Some question, as I said, some only. Some is quite difficult untuk pakai algebraic method. So jangan pakai kalau kamu blur and kamu rasa lost. Don't use algebraic method kalau you tak tahu nak simplify. Okay, don't use it. Use graphical method, much better. Okay, use graphical approach. It's much easier to find, to prove, to show that f1, to show that fx is one-to-one function. Okay, use graphical method lagi, bagi saya, in fact, kalau dia tak cakap, you boleh pakai mana-mana. So, pakailah graphical lagi senang. Tapi untuk soalan ni, senang juga untuk di-simplify. Kalau senang untuk simplify, akhirnya you berjumpa dengan x1, x2, yeah, you can use it algebraically. And in fact, soalan ni dia minta algebraic method, tak ada pilihan lah, kena pakai juga. So now A settle, let's go to B. Find the fgx and gfx, hence state the conclusion about the results. Oh, soalan macam ni saya dah nampak dah bayangan dia because they might have inverse to each other. So let's just go on cari soalan B. Dia kata find fgx. Maybe I'm gonna need to add page because I will bring this graph below. I have not enough space. So fgx. So my f is what? My f is the ln. What is my g? My g is exponent x minus 3 divided by 2. Is it? Yeah. So now masukkan dia ke dalam f and I'll see ln something. Apakah? Ln 2 bracket plus 3. Yeah, plus 3 tutup bracket. And here I'll change this color into becoming green. And I want to duplicate it, put it inside there. And then what do I got? I will got ln cut exponent x minus 3 plus 3. Yeah. In fact, benda ni adalah satu bracket yang sama. So, kita kan buat bracket ni kan. So, dalam ni boleh diselesaikan sekali lah. Disebabkan this is ln everything. This is ln bracket. So, this can be solved together. So, this thing can be solved together. And so, negative 3 plus 3 is 1. Is 0. Suka hati je. So, ln. So, jawapannya tinggallah ln exponent x. So, ln E is 1. Therefore, jawapan dia X je lah. Recall, ln E is 1. So, bring the X down. So, X is there. Done. How about GFX? So, GFX, masukkan F dulu boleh? My F is what? My F is ln apa? Ln 2x plus 3. Masukkan dalam G. My G is exponent something. Wow, exponent something minus 3 divided by 2. So I'm gonna sub in this green color into, make it smaller, a little bit smaller. Masukkan dalam tu. And I know that exponent ln x is equals to X. Therefore, here will delete it. Jangan cut macam tu. Just know that they will disappear. That's all. Bila dia disappear, tinggallah 2X plus 3 minus 3. 2x plus 3 minus 3 and then and then divided by 2. Cut. Tinggallah x juga. Tinggallah 2x over 2. Therefore, you got x. See, both of them are equal to x. Right? So, soalan macam ni saya dah dapat bayangan dah. Saya dah dapat bayangan dah both of them is going to be equal to x. Sebab dia suruh cari f, g dan juga gf. So, fg dan gx ni macam ada hubung kait dia lah. Hubung kait dia dengan inverse. So, they say that what's the relationship kan? Dia kata find that and then state the conclusion about the result. So, the conclusion, here we go. The conclusion is since fgx is equals to gfx. Yelah, dia orang equal lah each other sebab dia orang adalah dapat answer yang sama. Same answer, right? Which is x and x. So, we can make it equal to each other. And then, tulislah juga equal to x. It's not wrong also. Let me bring it up. Tak cukup ruang. So, since fgx is equals to gfx is equals to x, comma, then it means f and g are inverse of each other, are the inverse of each other. Ta-da! That's the relationship. That's the conclusion. Sebabkan, bila something is equals to x, we know that something is connected with this formula. Sebab this formula mempunyai x. Right? So that inverse must be there. Sebab itulah f and g are the inverse of each other. Let's go on to the next question. Apa dia minta? Dia minta sketch the graph. So sketch the graph of fx and gx on the same axis. Hence state the domain and the range of fx. Okay. Wow, berapa banyak kali dah kita lukis graph ni? Ini kali ketiga. So now let me make it a big one. Senang nampak Wow. I think, apa soalan tadi? Dia kata, sketch the F and the G. Okay. Yeah. Kena keluarkan dulu boleh? So, Gx is equals to exponent x divided by 2 minus 3 over 2. Ya, saya suka keluarkan dulu sebab nanti saya nampak. Fx adalah ln 2x plus 3. There we go. We have to sketch both of this. They are going to inverse of each other. Okay. I think I want to draw one of it only. Which one is easier to draw first? Brandon Jackie. Hi, Miss. Hello. Can I know where are you from? I think you are not my student, but it's okay. You can join the live. You can learn with me. So, ln. Which one is easier to draw first? Kamu nak saya lukis F ke? Kamu nak saya lukis G? Can I have a vote here? Just a little bit voting. Nak saya lukis F ke ataupun G? Lagi senang. Sebab saya hanya perlu lukis salah satu saja. Salah satu je. Okay, lukis salah satu je and then we reflect. So jangan susah payah nak lukis both of them from scratch. We only lukis salah satu from scratch. Okay, from scratch. F lah, Miss. Okay, Let's start then. So f dia, we know that inside here is positive x. While outside here, ln here is a positive ln. So positive y lah. So positive y, positive x, the graph is going towards the first quadrant. This is your basic shape. Basic shape adalah di mana dia punya vertical. This is vertical. Vertical asymptote dia adalah 0. That is the basic shape lah. Okay, basic shape dia adalah going to the first quadrant. First quadrant without touching the asymptote. You know that. But the thing is, dalam ni adalah penentuan kita punya asymptote. Asymptote here says our ln cannot be 0. Ln 0 is undefined. Sebab itulah ln cannot be 0. So cannot be 0, you just literally write down cannot be 0. And then your x is cannot be equal to -3/2. That is your asymptote, my dear. This is literally your asymptote. So you are required to find asymptote kamu, which is here. Is it straight line now? Hui, jangan panjang-panjang sangat. So we are required to find the asymptote. So asymptote dekat sini adalah x is equals to -3/2. Okay, and asymptote should be in dotted line. Okay, that is asymptote, and the graph is going towards, let me use green lah ya. The graph is going towards the first quadrant. Manakala yang ini, ya, saya lukis tak nak lah panjang-panjang sangat. Ya, so boleh tak saya bawa pindah ni? Saya bawa pindah ni kejap. Bawa pindah. Okay, and then I want to change this color into different color, which is blue. Let me change it into blue, okay? So this is my fx. The thing is, I also have to find its intercept. Intercept dia. Perlu cari intercept juga ya, baru lengkap kita punya graph. Okay, so duplicate, so x and y. So when x is 0, okay, saya nak cari function when my x is 0, while my y is ln 3. So here is ln 3. If you use your calculator, your ln 3 berapakah nilai ln 3? Lah. Ln 3 is 1.09, 1.1 lah. 1.1. Okay, you can either write down 1.1 ataupun ln 3. Both are acceptable. Okay, 1.1 pun boleh. Okay, saya suka buat ln 3 sebab lagi tepat. And here if y is 0, kalau y is 0, ln 2x plus 3, so exponent both sides, I'm gonna get 1 is equals to 2x plus 3, therefore this is -2 x, so x is equals to -1. So there you go, this is my intercept. My intercept is very, very clear over here. Yay, I got it right. My intercept, delete. Cara pengiraan tu tak payahlah. Boleh letak tepi, boleh guna pencil. Okay, so now I haven't finished. I only draw my fx. I also need to draw my gfx. My gfx, I don't have to draw from scratch. tak perlu. Okay, tak perlu lukis from scratch. Tapi just reflect graph, tapi just reflect graph fx. Sebab we know they are inverse to each other, and so we reflect it by using dotted line. Dotted line saya adalah ini. Dotted line saya. And then saya kena labelkan dia. This is y is equals to x and this is my mirror. So my mirror will help me to find my reflected graph. My reflected graph will be sort of like this. Astaghfirullah. The graph, please understand, the graph is like that. Yeah, it is like that. But you must make sure, let me use blue. You must make sure that dia akan menyentuh dotted line ni tau. And then it's going there. Lebih kurang. You just have to make sure that dia menyentuh dia punya intersection point ni. You know, this line mestilah dia intersect dengan mirror. So that mirror will help you when you draw the reflected graph. The graph should tembus. The graph should tembus dotted line orange dan line warna hijau ni. So that's how you draw it. Yeah. Allahu Akbar. Tolonglah jadi. Bismillah. Jadi. Yay, sort of lah. Kena adjust sikit. Okay, kalau kamu tak suka dotted line kan, tak nampak je. Maybe I should just use the line. Inilah maksud saya. This warna biru ni akan menyentuh. Warna biru ni sepatutnya menyentuh. Bila dia reflect, kena agak-agak lebih kurang size dia sama lah. Tak boleh lah terlalu kecil ataupun terlalu besar, gemuk sangat. So make sure dia punya apa tu? Dia punya agak-agak macam dia betul-betul reflect. Kamu kena pandai-pandai lah. Okay? Pandai-pandai bahawa line tersebut akan menembusi this orange line and the green line. Dia akan menembus, dia akan bertembung, you know. So this one, you just label it. This will be your GX. Done. Finish. So, that's it. That's your GX. So, tak payahlah susah payah cari from scratch. No need. No need from scratch. Tapi kalau you nak juga to double check, if you want to double check, yes, you may. You just have to find this horizontal asymptote. This is horizontal asymptote. Horizontal asymptote, which means y is equals to -3/2. Di manakah asymptote, horizontal asymptote perlu berada? This is -3/2. So the dotted line should be there. -3/2 ni sepatutnya tak payah tulis kat sini. Patutnya tulis kat tepi je. Patutnya tulis kat tepi je. This is your asymptote, guys. So let me write down here should be your dotted line. Yeah, dia mesti menembusi again. This asymptote pun, kamu akan perasan asymptote pun akan bertembung pada line orange tu. You know, do you realize that? How perfect this graph is, because dia mesti bertembung pada mirror. Even the asymptote mesti bertembung pada mirror. Barulah ngam reflection tersebut. Is it clear, everybody? And now our job is to find the domain and the range. Dia minta cari domain and the range. Domain untuk soalan dia kata apa? Soalan dia nak minta state the domain and the range untuk F sahaja. So cari F sahajalah. So F untuk domain warna hijau lah kan. Let me write down green color. Green color. My green color, the domain here, the domain going to infinity, but limit dia daripada -3/2. This is the limit of it untuk domain. Sebab domain mesti refer pada X lah kan. So, you should starting from -3/2, not included, until positive infinity. While the range pula, the range is from -infinity until infinity. Sebab daripada bawah sampai atas tak tahu mana, sebab itulah infinity to infinity. There you go, that's your domain and your range. But bear in mind, bila melibatkan graf yang bila melibatkan graf yang ada mirror, bila melibatkan graf yang ada mirror, you must know that this domain untuk F actually it's the range untuk G. Manakala range untuk F dia adalah domain untuk G. Dia terbalik. Okay, I hope you know this very well. If you tak percaya, you tengoklah graf tu satu demi satu. Okay? So let me write down here. This is actually equals to the range of G, while this is actually equals to the domain untuk G. Because of what? Because of the mirror. Because of the mirror is helping us in finding, sebab itulah kamu hanya perlu cari salah satu sahaja. Because you want to check your range untuk G. Untuk G, this is the blue color. The range is coming from this asymptote. Asymptote dia adalah -3/2. So yeah, the graph is starting from -3/2 from Y. Sebab range kan, range untuk G kan. So literally is going up until positive infinity. Ya, kan dia sama tu. Dia sama dengan domain untuk F. See? Just like that, very easy. Just you mesti make sure pertembungan dia pada, bila you lukis graph, make sure pertembungannya tepat. Okay, pertembungannya dekat situ tepat. Macam itulah. This area. Just have to make sure that dia bertembung dengan cantik lah. Baru reflected graph kamu pun cantik. Done. Question 37. Yay. How about 40? Should I discuss 40? 40 pun senang saja, tidak susah. Tapi ramai juga nak saya vote. Ramai juga vote soalan ni ya. Saya gigit dengan kamu nanti. So now let's go to 40 lah. Last gift from me. Last presents from me. Yeah, I'm teaching you, it's present to you guys, you know that? Okay, so now use F inverse. Use F inverse. I really love you to use this formula. So I'm just gonna stick to it. I'll change the color, okay? Change this to red. So that you can see it very clearly that I am putting the F inverse into the function there. And I make that as a subject. Duplicate it only lah. Senang. X minus 4. And so in order to eliminate the exponent, I have to ln both sides. To put log both sides. Log both sides. But in this case, kita tak letak log lah. Kita letak ln. Sebab ln is actually log base E. Okay, ln x is actually ln base E. Okay, that's why bila lah ln base E bertemu E, akan hilang lah. Okay, akan hilang lah tersebut. That's why, do you know that this thing is actually ln? I think you know that, right? You do know that, right? You do know that ln E is equals to 1. So it makes you understand that actually ln E sebenarnya adalah boleh ditulis sebagai ln. Okay, log E sebenarnya adalah dalam bentuk ln. Okay, sebab itulah dapat ni. Sorry, membebel pula chapter 1. Duplicate. So I love to put bracket, yeah? Please put bracket. So ln E is equals to 1. Recall. So tinggallah 3 inverse of F is equals to ln X minus 4. Therefore, your F inverse is equals to 1 over 3 ln X minus 4. Ta-da! Done question A. How about question B? Question B, on the same axis. Wow, let's just sketch the F and F inverse and then state the domain of the F and F inverse. Dia minta domain je, so ikut soalan. Okay, dia minta domain, tulis domain je. So now, what should we draw? Should we draw Fx ataupun F inverse? Tell me. What? What should we draw? Okay, tadi saya dah draw ln. Tadi saya dah buat trial ln kan? Saya dah start dengan ln kan? How about this time I start with exponent pula, shall we? So, exponent akan sangat terkenal dengan horizontal asymptote-nya di belakang ni. Okay, so it's very famous to know that this is actually your horizontal asymptote. So your y is equals to 4. Just find it. Where is 4? 4 is above here. So just write it down. This is dotted line. Please put a dotted line there. That is your asymptote. And where is the graph is going? The graph is going to positive area of x and the positive area of y. Because this is positive y. Everything is positive value. So the graph is going towards positive x and positive y, and so they are going to the first quadrant. Very happily going to the first quadrant. Allah, tolonglah jadi. First quadrant. Oh, tak nak jadi. Jadi pun. To the first quadrant. The graph is going to the first quadrant and then you label it. Labelkan dia sebagai fx. Tak muat lah, tak cantik. Maybe I should go down a bit. Tak nak nanti sempit kan? Where did it go? Okay. This is fx. I think I should have used this green color. Sebab nanti takut confused. So let me change this into green color. Yeah, everything is green color now. Tak pun kan, saya kan untuk berjaga-jaga, I think it's best for us if we draw it a bit smaller. Okay, we draw it a bit smaller. Sebab apa tahu? Sebab nanti saya nak lukis mirror. When I want to draw the mirror, draw the mirror now. So it won't cross. It won't cross over. It won't cross over the mirror. Okay, jadi saya rasa better untuk lukis bahagian ni kecil sedikit. Okay, and here I must put dotted line ataupun saya tebalkan line dia sedikit and I label it as y is equals to x. This is our mirror. Okay, this is our mirror. Yang ini jangan lupa ni dotted line ni. Asymptote mesti dotted line, okay? Asymptote mesti dotted line. Kalau kamu tak buat dotted line, it gonna kill you. It's not about killing you, it's gonna kill you. What I meant is it's gonna confuse you. So please elakkan diri daripada confuse yourself. So put dotted line. Okay, use dotted line. Mesti guna dotted line untuk asymptote lah. Line ni, mirror ni boleh nak dotted line, boleh nak straight line pun boleh. Yeah. So now let's draw its, what do we call that? It's reflection. So its reflection, it's going where? It's going. It's like that. That is my reflection. This is my G. Ini tak saya letak ni kat tepi. So this is my F inverse. Yeah, this is my F inverse. Sarah, Miss, kenapa Miss tak cari intercept? So, siapa pun ingatkan saya dalam tu. So, please. X and Y, bila X 0, what is your Y? Okay. When your X is 0, your value here is 5. Wow, Miss, how do you know it so quickly? Because exponent 3 times 0 is 1. 1 plus 4 is 5. That is how quick I got it. So, kalau sini 5, sini mesti 5 juga. So, tak payah kira-kira. Tak payah susah payah kira. Letak je situ 5. Okay. You don't believe me? Okay, you don't believe me? You check. Sini. Dalam lawn, kita ada vertical asymptote. Vertical asymptote cannot be, dalam lawn tak boleh 0. So, X is not going to be equals to 4. So, where is your 4? Your 4 is around here. Oh, good. Graf saya tak cantik Okay. Sebab tu penting untuk buat asymptote ni juga tau. Untuk just cari je. And then I put what? Dotted line. And label, this is horizontal, this is vertical asymptote, X is equals to 4. And so, I've got to move my graph a little bit. I got to move it. Baru nampak ngam. Baru nampak cantik. Oh God. Baru nampak kemas. Isn't it? Yeah. Now it looks better. So, you have done it. You have sketched it, and what you need to do is just find the domain. The domain untuk, dia kata find the domain untuk F sahaja. Isn't it? Soalan kata find the domain dan, the domain untuk, find the domain untuk F dan juga the domain untuk F inverse. Dia minta domain saja. Yeah. Just follow the questions, okay? So the domain untuk F function F is from left to right. From left to right, we do not know until where. So we know it's going from the left to the right, infinity. So here is negative infinity to infinity. Manakala kalau domain untuk fx, manakala domain untuk f inverse, look at this blue color. The blue color graph is, sebab tu kita penting tau kita buat benda ni, asymptote ni. When you do the asymptote, you know the domain quite clearly because the domain gonna help you, because the domain here is x is equals to 4. And this region is where? This region is more than or equal, no, tadi equal. This region is more than 4. And so the region is going to be 4 to the right. 4 to the right, not included. That is your region of the graph. The region of the graph from the left to the right is not touching x is equals to 4. Dia tidak akan menyentuh 4, but menghampiri 4. So 4 going to the right to the infinity. Therefore, that's your answer untuk domain of the inverse. Bear in mind that this is also equal to the range untuk F. Tak percaya? Nak tengok the range untuk F. See, the range untuk F. See, limit dia, the range kan mesti tengok Y kan. Limit dia mesti 4. 4 dan ke atas. See, kan 4 dan ke atas ni. Manakala yang atas ni pula, this thing is equal to the range untuk F inverse. Please know that they are equal to each other. The inverse is going to help you to find, the mirror here is inverse. It's the mirror. And so that's why the range untuk F inverse is equals to the domain untuk function original. While the range untuk function original is equals to the domain of the inverse. Disebabkan mirror ni sahaja. Itu je the reason dia. Is it clear, everybody? Is it very, very clear now? Is these lessons today help you understand very clearly how to draw the inverse function? Because I'm finished now. Alhamdulillah, it's very clear, nice. It's very, very clear. Thank you so much. Any semangat untuk saya? You know what? You are a very good student. My module 3. Okay. Please behave well with my classes, okay? Saya minta vote, tolonglah vote sebab you cannot vote at 2 PM because 2 PM is suntuk untuk saya prepare the lessons, okay? If I have some time to prepare my lesson, means saya boleh buat solution dengan lengkap pada awalnya. Okay, so it's very good if you can vote before 12 PM. Boleh ke semua orang? Sebab saya perlukan masa untuk sediakan nota juga, untuk sediakan solution. Okay. Explanation means very clear. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you can use the apps of GeoGebra. Okay. Google GeoGebra ataupun Desmos. Use both of these to check your graph. check your graph whether it's correct or not. Okay, so use GeoGebra app ataupun Desmos app untuk check your graph. Sometimes you might see this thing will cross, some question dia cross. Yeah, some question dia akan cross. So that is try and error. Okay, so like try and error kena guna intercept. Intercept 5 ni masukkan dalam function f inverse, masukkan dalam function f and see whether the y coordinate intersect ataupun tidak. Kalau dia same value kalau they have the same value, means they have intersection. Means they will intersect. Okay, means they will intersect. Tapi kalau nilai y dia berbeza, means dia tidak intersect. Okay, yang itu adalah terpulang pada kamu untuk buat sendiri try and error ataupun you gunalah GeoGebra apps ataupun Desmos apps to help you see whether they cross or not. Dalam exam memanglah tak boleh pakai apps ni. So you just have to use the try and error, sub in the value of y into f inverse dan juga f function, see whether the value of y the same or not. So if they are the same value of y, maksudnya dia cross, maksudnya dia intersect. Kalau dia not the same value of y, means they are just separate. They split. They are not going to cross. That's it. Okay? So I'm gonna end my lesson today. I hope this tutorial lesson's gonna help you a lot in understanding the inverse function and also the ln function, the logarithmic function, the exponential function very, very clearly. And of course, your basic must be strong. If your basic is not strong yet, please do something about it. Okay, please Google, search for it, exercise graph. Okay, exercise graph, linear exercise graph, quadratic graph, cubic graph, reciprocal graph. Google lah, banyak dalam Google yang you boleh practice. In fact, I will try to find it for you guys also. Okay, so please learn through GeoGebra and learn through Desmos apps. Tak salah pun untuk pakai apps ni semua. Okay, belajar. This is where you will learn more and more, better than the old students. Sebab sekarang ni you banyak peluang. Pakailah apa-apa yang boleh membantu kamu belajar mathematics. Okay, so I'm gonna stop here now. I hope please get it done all of the work tutorial here. Get it done. Submit your work. Even though you submit late, pernah ke Miss marah? Tak pernah langsung pun Miss marah kamu submit late. Yang penting submit sahaja walaupun lambat. Okay, and because at the end of the day, at the end of the semester 1, saya akan tengok balik siapa hantar, siapa tak hantar. Daripada situ saya akan tanda attendance kamu. Siapa hadir, siapa tak hadir. Okay, it's based on your work. If you submit your work, I'll gonna tanda hadir. Because that is fair. That is fair for me. If you look at the lesson, if you do my work, means you attend my lesson. That's all. That's enough for me. Okay? So now, please don't give up. Try your best to learn the graphs. Okay? Don't give up. That's all I ask from you guys. Just never ever give up in learning. Not just maths, for also bio, for also biology, chemistry, physics, science, computer. Just keep fighting, okay? No matter how hard you might feel right now, don't stop learning because knowledge is power and you must have knowledge, okay? You must have knowledge. Itu je saya boleh cakap. Okay? So now I'll stop here. Assalamualaikum. I hope you are happy with today's lesson. Okay? Thank you everyone for listening. Thank you for your attention. Goodbye, everyone. Have a good day as well. Chayo, chayo. Chayo, chayo. Okay. Okay, ingat pesan saya ya. Jangan pernah putus asa. Keep fighting. No matter what level you are, don't compare it with your friend. Your friend is your friend. You is you. Just keep on pelan-pelan naikkan pace kamu, naikkan level kamu pelan-pelan. Compare dengan diri sendiri sahaja, jangan dengan orang lain. Okay, jadikan kawan-kawan sebagai semangat kita untuk belajar. That's it. The competition is there, but but build the healthy competition. Healthy competition means jadikan kawan kamu sebagai semangat untuk kamu belajar dengan lebih rajin lagi, dengan lebih rajin so that kamu lebih pandai lagi. Macam tu, itu je. Build a healthy competition. That's all I ask from you guys. Okay? So thank you everyone. Assalamualaikum. Goodbye.